What's up? This Edwin Langett with another tweet detector for you, with a little bit of football for you. So, well, in football, they had Jerry Rice and they had Randy Moss. So, if girls were football players, they ranked as high as Jerry Rice and Randy Moss. Hillary Duff would be Jerry Rice, and Faith would be Randy Moss because she's the girl on the left, she's the girl on the right. And then, number one and two, you probably catch the top three people that are in the mafia: Edwin Langett, Hillary Duff, and Faith Mead. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, that top 10 list that I had is my true loves. And then I think they put me on truth serum. So I just want to explain to this because there were actually angels. So I don't know what anyone want to do with that, but it's a list of angels and the list of the mafia, since it was girls only in the beginning of time. And then like girls that were Emmett Smith were like 22. If your favorite number was 22, she would be Emmett Smith. And then number 13 would be B. So Benica would be a number 13 quarterback. I don't know the name of the number 13 quarterback right now, but like when it came to like the number 5 girl in the top 10 list of true loves, it would be Jeff Garcia would be the code for 5. Steve Young would be number 1. And they had Troy Aikman because the top 3 was changing. Because, when you tweak, you try to get it perfect. So I used to tweak off that shit. That's what I did when I tweaked, when they dropped me home at night. And then, so it was a list of the mafia in Sicily. And then archangels. I wouldn't even put you down on paper unless you were an angel. So if any girls are mistaken that they're on the list, you actually got to be an angel or my daughter to be on that list. There was a list of Asian girls. I know there's a top 10 list, but there was 3. There was the Asians, the white girls, and the girls that I knew. So they had that. And then, so in football, they had 13 touchdowns. So if Genevieve kicked it, she got 13 touchdowns 13 times. And Katrina only got like 2 touchdowns. I don't know how my relationship with Genevieve or Katrina, like it's for real, but it's on the under. Like she would never admit it, but with Hoodie, when you kick it with me, like the nigga that you don't fuck with, right? Like I don't know how a relationship gets like that, but I really liked you and shit. So if you score, probably a kiss with Milarosa, Francina. So I always have 2 girls and they match. So it's Hillary Duff and Robin Mead, or Hillary Duff and Marnie, Eileen Hollinan and Lacey Rockwell, and then there's Benica Kazi and Jenna Duff, and Milarosa, Francina, and Ashley Tisdale. So my girlfriend's name's Milarosa Francina, and my girlfriend Pea Pie, her real name is Bernicia Martinez. For a while when I met Marites, I didn't know her maiden name, and then I saw it on the chair, and I asked Marites, "Is that your maiden name?" Because I was tweaking, because I was like, yo, I known Marites for 15, 16 years, and I don't know her maiden name because she was just Marites Diwa. And then when I asked her her maiden name, it was spelled Penas, and I didn't know how to pronounce it, Penas or Penas, like that. But it's Peñas, Marites Peñas. So that was her maiden name. And then there's a couple girls where you just add a last name to it on paper. But like I said, there was a rumor that there's a paper with all your bitches on it, dog. Because those girls that are on that paper or on those papers, top 10 list, are the girls in the Kama Sutra. So, you know, like that would you like a lot of girls. But I think they was trying to gap with the stroke box. It had pornos, it had pictures. I got the pictures from my friends. They gave them to me or stole a couple pictures. I don't know if you raided my room because some pictures were missing or some pornos were missing like that. But then I actually took them to Better Off Bates Life and Trial and shit. Because actually these pictures are of angels. Like I told you, the girls are angels. And then I just figured like 20 years ago, there was a picture of angels. And then I don't want them to praise it like a item or statue or something like that. But that was very biblical, that strokey stroke box, what I call it. I might be on truth serum, so I'm just trying to explain. Because the girls been doing the Kama Sutra for 20 years, like 15, 17 years already. And then the Katana before that, Blue Rock Village, the Katana with Robin Meade and Holly Madison. So they had that. So they had I recorded porno and some pictures, fucking with a lot of people's minds when they fucking get with that. But I don't see what's so interesting about God trying to fuck a girl. But that's what life is, dog. There's one thing you could do: catch Uncle Emming cheating, or catch Michael stealing, or fucking see who Genevieve goes with, or catch game type fucking. That should be one of the hardest things to do. Catch game type fucking. And who probably on that paper tells you in the Kama Sutra. So when they had the stroke box, they tried to raid my room, but like the pen, right? When I don't know where the pen was before I wrote that paper. So in forensics, if it was anywhere else when I wrote the girls' names, that they might forensics the paper and people might get caught, because I knew it. They tried to use it for escaping what they did, a crime they did. I know that, but I think you could forensic that box, and then I know you could forensic. And if girls want to know if they are hella fine, just to let you know, the finest girl's name is on that paper. And then so they tried to raid my room because I think they tried to steal it, and then they had words like Texas Hold'em or Baccarat, and then they also had Miss Independent, and then they had lots of codes. Football went crazy when they I think they took it or something, because I heard someone say put it back, shit like that. And then when I've been doing that since I was like 12 or 13, that fantasizing about girls. And then when I was like 22 and 23, when I was getting rid of it, dude, it wasn't the stroke box. The list, the names was changed. The pornos was changed. I recorded those pornos over and over till I like got a porno to fucking love a girl with and jack off. The pornos were fucking different. So I tried to tell the cops like the names of the girls in the top 10 list. I looked at it, and when I was hella high, it looks like badge numbers, and then it looked like a neighborhood, because there was a threesome paper, girls with threesome, right? And then it looked like streets. So I looked at the threesome paper, and it looked like a neighborhood in Connecticut or a neighborhood in New York. So that might be like evidence that people need or what. But when I got rid of it, the pornos were different and changing everything. So my assumption is that the Illuminati got it or someone else got it. But there got to be a big ass war because my whole life is fucked up. Because a thing about that, I was just trying to get married, right? Because my son is Don, and then it started off with remember that episode of Friends where Ross goes, I had that girl's name on paper, then he laminated it. So I was like, what's the harm of having the top 10 girls on paper? And then I didn't realize the consequences till later on, like 3 days later after I started writing the top 3 and 4. It used to just be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then, if you want to know, Janet Jackson, you were number 4. Janet Jackson, I was in love with you, Janet Jackson. So if Faith wants to know, it was Robin Meade that was on that paper, not Faith. Because I made that box to remember Faith. Because I didn't know her. And then she's on trial. So if Faith looks at it, it says Robin Meade. And then like that. So, and then the thing about it, kicking with the top 3 girls that you like and you're in love and you fantasize about them, you get to see them naked and fucking in the ass or in the pussy or getting your dick sucked. Because I never got my dick sucked yet. They make a lot of jokes that I never got my dick sucked. But the top 3 girls and then kicking with them for real and seeing them in real life at the Manuel's house, that was the shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you in another game, spinning game and macking never got me anywhere. But they're very pretty, and they were at the Manuel's house. And then when it goes to the real top 10, fucking with Katrina or Genevieve, I don't know if you could find them on the list, because I'm not that dumb to put a girl's name that's going to get you in trouble. But like kicking with Marnie for reals and then getting turned down by her, that really sucked. And kicking with Genevieve and getting turned down by her, that really sucked too. And then like you're in love with Katrina Flores, not the one that go with Doobie, but the real Katrina Flores that looks like a supermodel. That's an angel. You try to say what's up to her and she doesn't talk to you. And then I was like, yo, what kind of game is this? And then what kind of fucking games you're playing with me? Would just be happen to fuck around, and then if you're like 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 and just going to your family party to see the top 3 girls, that was the shit, kicking with bitches, nigga, and fantasizing about them. And I would just always try to give the girl a chance, because I know that's a deep down secret, that top 10 list of the mafia. And then, but my deepest, darkest secret really is that I'm Jesus Christ. That's my darkest secret. So I would go up to Genevieve and be like, yo, what's up? You want to marry me, Edwin Langett? And then, like, you marry Jesus Christ. Or if you marry Jesus Christ, or Katrina marry Jesus Christ. That's why, like, I always say what's up to a girl, because I'm Edwin that never proposed to a girl yet and never was married. So there's Edwin that you're married to, Faith. I'm like Jesus Christ getting married. That's the Edwin I am. That's my deepest, darkest secret, that I'm Jesus Christ. So your husband, if they erase mine or catch amnesia, just like the devil getting married. Seriously, honestly, if you want to know what's up with Mac Dre or Tupac or Mac Ma, with me it's about marrying the Godfather, the devil getting married. That's what I'm about, because I just want to fuck a girl in the ass and fuck her in the pussy. So I just want to have sex all the time. That's why I do that, and I jack off all the time, because I always want to have sex. Like with a girl, like with Judith, or Pea Pie. So Pea Pie, her real name is Benicia Martinez, and then I got a girl, Miller Rosa Francina, Lacey Rockwell, and then Eileen Holland. In my life, I was supposed to meet Eileen and Lacey when I was 18 or 19, and I used to wonder because my life is predicted. My whole life is predicted. A lot of people do know what's up, and then so I got to meet Benica and Eileen and Lacey when I grew up. That's my true love because my life would be different. If I never met Eileen, I would never know her. And if I never met Benica, I would never know her. But some girls say, Benica, you broke my heart. Don't remember it, but I think we were married. But, babe slapped me. So if you want to know, it's Robin Meade and then now Faith that were married. So I just be chilling and just fucking doing shit. So they had code words for like Raiders of the Lost Ark. So if you're interested in that Strokey Stroke box, you would just find a box of fine ass angels. So I guess that's what people was about, stealing my girlfriend or pulling my girlfriend. Or they needed to know the girls I like because they were trying to embarrass me by like Benica not being my girlfriend or Meritess not being my girlfriend. Yeah, but her last name is Peñas, Meritess Peñas Langit. That's not Meritess Peñas Diwal because Ricky didn't even know her maiden name. I asked Ricky because he's supposed to be married to her. I said, Ricky, do you know Meritess' maiden name? And he goes, no, I don't. I go, it's Peñas. He goes, what? Like Pirelli? I said, it was Meritus Peñas. So that was her last name. If you don't know till now, it's Meritus Peñas. It's Penas, Peñas. It's like that line on the top of the A and the E is spelled Peñas. Penas. And then Michelle, her last name, I found out, is Mama Rodlow. Because she wouldn't tell me. I saw it on the internet or something on Facebook. It's Mama Rodlow. Michelle Mama Rodlow. And then Noreen Carraz. Noreen Carraza. And it's funny. I don't know if it's a different Noreen, but she changed it to Kiraza and Kiraz. So it's Noreen Carraza is her real last name, but they try to say Kiraza or Kiraz. And then Elizabeth Gillis, they say Gillies. It's originally Gillis. So there's a couple girls on TV, they hit it and they're pronouncing the last names wrong. Like Gillies. It's Gillis. I know that for sure. And then stuff like that. And then they had Backcourt. And then they had Steel. And then Evidence. So that was the main thing about that. Is that shit could be evidence. But it took me a while. Like I said, 3 days later, I go, oh, they're going to call you a serial killer. So I hid that shit. Never showed anyone about it. A lot of people knew about it in the mob. But they were calling me serial killer and they didn't know I had that shit. That's why I'll be tripping when I'm tweaking, right? Because I was like, look, I'm just trying to get with Hillary Duff and Robin Meade. And they're calling me a serial killer when I'm trying to get married to Genevieve and Katrina, right? So they must have told the girls that I was going to kill them or something. That's why they never fucked me. They started calling me T like that and shit like that. Then I was like, that's a trip, dude. Because if you ever looked in that box, you would only find angel girls, dog. And the funny thing about it, it was the fucking mafia in that box. That's what I did when I tweaked. I fucking fantasized about girls.